Today we are going to take the topic of recursion. Definition and meaning of recursion. Recursion is a technique of defining something in terms of itself. If the function calls itself directly, then it is known as direct recursion. Let's see an example. Void my function. This is my function name. And I'm calling this function again. So I'm going to write some code. I'm going to write some code and then I'm going to call my function. My function, it should be as the same. My function, semicolon, then opening, no opening flower bracket, some code I'm going to write, and I'm going to have a closing flower bracket. So this is an example of the recursive function. Let's see in detail with the example of a program. We are going to see the first example, that is called as factorial of a number. Factorial of a non-negative integer n is defined as the product of all the integers from 1 to n. That is n factorial equal to n minus 1 n minus 2, so on 3.2.1 for all n is greater than or equal to 1, and as well as we have to keep in mind that 0 factorial is equal to 1. By definition, it will be taken as n factorial equal to n minus 1 factorial. So factorial is a recursive function. We will take another example. Another example we are going to take is 5 factorial minus 5 factorial, which is equal to 5 multiplied by 5 minus 1 factorial. That is nothing but it is equal to 5 multiplied by 4 factorial. So let us see how it will be going on. Next it will be, that is equal to, we have the same thing, that is 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 factorial. Next we have is 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 factorial. Next we have is 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 factorial equal to 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 0 factorial. So as we have seen what it means, that is 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1. So we have to multiply and the answer will be 120. So this is the factorial of the number. This is the way how we will be doing the procedure. Now let us see a program. This is the procedure for the factorial, how to find the factorial. Now let's see the procedure, how you can implement with respect to the program. So let's go for the editor. So we'll be having like this. So we have to implement. We will be using the header files. I'll remove the things. Okay. Then I will be defining as int fact int n. So this is my recursive function which I will be calling it and which I'm going to implement in the factorial program. If I'm going to have one condition which I'm going to check, if n is my number, if n is equal to 0, so if this condition is satisfied, then I have to return 1. Or else I will be calling the function return n star fact n minus 1. So we have defined the function which is a recursive function. Now we will go to the main function void main. I will be declaring a variable which is int n. Then I'm going to use printf and I'm going to take the values from the enter the value of n. I'm going to enter the value of n from the user. Then as we know, if it is in C, we will be using printing, or to take the value printing we will be taking it as printf, And to take the value integer, we will be taking it as scanf. So scanf is scanf. It is, we are going to take the data as it is integer, percentage d ampersand n, and we have to check the condition for n. If n is greater than 0, what we have to do, that is we have to printf, sorry, n is less than 0, then we have to print f as invalid input. Else we have to print factorial of percentage d is percentage d slash n slash fact of n. So let us run the code. Enter the value of n. We'll be writing it as 6, and the factorial of 6 is displayed as 720. Okay. We'll see another example, that is the multiplication of two natural number. So in that, what we're going to do is we're going to take product of any two natural numbers. We'll be noting it as, say, m and n. So it is nothing but the sum obtained by adding m for n number of times. So what exactly do you mean by that? So let's see. That is, if you have m star n, it has to be, it will be noted as or taken as m plus dot 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 plus m for n times. This can be given as recursively as, it can be written as m star n minus 1 plus m for n is greater than 1, and it is equal to m, this is star, it is star, and it is equal to m for n is equal to 1. Consider one example of multiplying 4 and 3. Let's see this example. So what we are going to take is, we are going to take m is equal to 4 and n is equal to 3. Okay. So how it is going to take 4 multiplied by 3, that is equal to 4 multiplied by 3 minus 1 plus 4. So it will be taken as, I will be writing it here. It will be taken as 4 star 2 plus 4, which is nothing but it will be taken as 4 multiplied by 2 minus 1 plus 4 plus 4. So it will be as 4 multiplied by 1 plus 4 plus 4, where we will get the answer as 12. Okay. Now let us see in the implementation of the program where it is a multiplication of two natural numbers. We'll go to the editor, hash include std. I'm going to delete the previous program. Here also it is a concept of recursive function, int mul, that is my function name, multiplication, and I'm going to have two arguments, that is int a, int b. So if we're going to check the condition is equal to 1, that is if b, the second argument, and whatever value that we are passing, if b is equal to 1, then return a. Okay, or else it should be return a plus my function will a b minus 1. Next, my main function, void main, int m comma n. I'm declaring two variables, int mn. Then I'm going to enter the values from the user, enter the values of m and n. As it is integer percentage %d ampersand m ampersand n. As well as we are going to check the condition if m is less than equal to 0, or this is the symbol, and n is less than equal to 0. See, if any of the condition is checked with respect to if the integer is less than or equal to 0, then we have to print it as it's an invalid input. So you're going to check that. Return you have to print product of, that is, two number is m comma n comma the function m comma n. Let's close it and let's run. So we'll be having the output like this. So it is asking for enter the values of m and n. We're going to put it as 4 because we have already seen the example. 4 for m and 3 for n. Let's see the answer. Let's see the running, which we had seen already, 4 and 3. The answer we are going to get it as 12. Let us see the Fibonacci series. We'll see another example, which is sum of natural numbers using recursion. We'll just modify on this. Okay, so we're just declaring it outside main, but defining also we will be doing outside. We can also do it in this way. Int sum. We have only one number, so let us make it. Let us take it as n. So if n is not equal to 0, what we have to do is return n plus sum n minus 1, or we have to return 0. It is return n. We have to write if else, and we have to close the bracket. Delete this. Void main. Then we have int. We will be taking it as m and n. N is the result, m is the number. Okay, and we will write it as enter the positive integer. Integer will have only one d, because there is only one number that we are going to accept from the user. Okay, and then we have to call. So here result we will be taking it as n is equal to sum of m. Printf sum equal to percentage d, comma, result we're going to mention it as n, and semicolon, return So I have entered the positive number as 12. Let's take a small number. Type of thing is warning, so it is fine. 2 plus 1. Okay, so that means that 2, that is 2 number. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Let's run again. We'll take it as 4. It is 10. That is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 10. Thank you. We'll meet in the next session.